Hello everyone, and welcome to your pick a card reading for this month of May 2021. I hope that you're all doing so very well. I have divided this month's messages into 3 piles. I'm doing it a little bit more short and sweet and concise and to the point this time, because I had a lot of things happen to me as of late, and that is why this video is a little bit later than usual. I unfortunately had my computer break down on me, so I've been a little bit late with my readings in my channel, and that's also why I don't have time to do 5 piles for this go around. But hopefully I can get a new computer before I have to do the June pick a card for you guys. And also I had a close family member pass away, so I just needed some time to grieve and deal with my emotions so that I could be giving you the best readings possible always. So if you are new to pick a card, essentially, what we're looking at is dividing the energies into piles. In this case, we have 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3. You can choose by number if you'd like. So this would be pile 1, 2, and 3. Or if you'd like to choose based on a crystal, I'm doing things a little bit differently this month. We have blue calcite on pile number 1. On pile number 2, we have sunstone. And in pile number 3, we have black tourmaline. So take a little bit of time, no rush, to connect with your higher self, your guides, spirit, universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, and just make sure that you take deep breaths, quiet your mind, and see what number pops up for you in your mind's eye. 1, 2, or 3, or additionally, if it's by crystal, which of these crystals you're more drawn toward, and that will be the pile for you. And with all that said, let's begin with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. This is going to be your reading for the messages that you need to hear at this time for May 2021. What's going to unfold for you over the course of this month. So you guys chose this beautiful crystal. I actually don't own this crystal, so it's great that I got this tarot deck, with this crystal deck rather. So blue calcite is ideal for people who stare up at the ceiling worrying about the future at 3 in the morning. Where should you put it? On your bedside table. Additionally, I know this is just a message for you if you'd like to sleep, but you can also carry it with you so that you feel more calm if you are feeling anxious. So when to use it? When stress is the enemy. Exactly. Freaking out is not a prerequisite for accomplishment. Deadlines aren't death sentences. Stress will extinguish your creativity and crush your dreams if you let it. Call on the calming, focused energy of blue calcite to remind you to put stress in its place, far away from the joy of the process and the delight of dreaming big. So, act on your dreams, definitely. So I really always suggest my clients, the people that see me in my private practice, to carry blue calcite with them, especially if they're dealing with a person that brings them stress and anxiety. Or if you would like to get a palm stone, palm stones look like this, and you can just rub it whenever you're feeling stressed out so that you can connect with the energy of blue calcite. This is a citrine, so it'll look a little bit more blue, and this one's polished, and usually palm stones are polished. But you can get a raw chunk if you'd like. This is a raw chunk of blue calcite. So we'll see how this crystal resonates with the rest of your reading. As I have not flipped these cards over, I chose this one intuitively. So we'll see what is to come for this pile. So let's begin. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 6 of Cups. Following it, we have the Universe in reverse. We also have shadow work. Okay, yeah. So you guys are going to be feeling a little bit more uneasy around this time. We have the Empress card in the reverse position. And then we have Justice in reverse. Okay, so I now see why this crystal wanted to pop in, because it is a month where you're going to be confronted by your shadow side. So shadow work denotes the areas in which we need to do some healing, some work, so that we can come back into balance, because there is something in our lives that is out of sorts. So when justice is in the reverse, it's the lack of balance, the lack of harmony. So that's why we have this card trying to give you that nourishing, positive push toward this life of balance. And with the Eight of Swords, it's feeling a little bit of victim of our circumstances, or feeling like we don't have all the information and we don't know which path to go towards. The Eight of Swords can sometimes make us feel like we're imprisoned where we really are not. So if we feel like the universe isn't working for us, we might succumb to our shadow side, which would make us feel like things are not going to work out in our favor, like we can only expect the worst and only bad things can happen for us. So try to not think negatively, and I say think because swords denote our communication styles and also the way we think. So trying to think of the goodness, the beauty, the positivity with the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups denotes being in flow, being in balance, and also thinking about the past or longing for the past. So this is a card of two meanings here. So in one vein, try not to be living in the past, because if you are, you're going to miss on the opportunity that you have this month to close up an old way of thinking, an old way of being, or a relationship that is out of balance. It could be the relationship with yourself, which is what I'm mostly getting. But if it is a person that isn't valuing you with the Empress, it is time to let go, because the universe talks about completions. And in this case, in the reverse, it's kind of like we're not sure if we're ready to let it go. But if you do let it go, you let go of this. It's not necessarily victimization, but of you yielding control to the situation or the person if you are dealing with a bond. The bond could be romantic or platonic in nature, but definitely it is someone that isn't valuing you for your efforts and for who you are. They don't see you for who you are. And at this time in the month of May, you could be attracting people that could be showing you the areas where you lack. So sometimes we get really annoyed or triggered by people because it is something within us that we are lacking, or it is a side of us that we are not very happy with and that the other person exhibits in maybe larger amounts or more obvious ways. So now is the time to do some shadow work, inner work, and also letting go and releasing of the things that feel stifling and stuck. Now, on the positive, we do have the Six of Cups denotes the past. So it could be a person from the past that is trying to either make amends and make things right. And it will be up to you to decide, okay, you're worth it. Okay, you're not. Or it could just be people in your life that you've had for a long time, so since you were a kid, or it's just denoting relationships that are tried and true. So you do have emotional support at this time should you need it. Don't try to go at it alone at this time, because you could make yourself a little bit more stressed out than necessary. Now let's see what else we have with the Oracle here. We have energy and success. Yes, so it's energetic work at first. The spell card here says, all right, inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. And if you do this energetic work and the shift of perspective of not seeing the limitations, but seeing the potential and how you can clear this shadow work so that then we can regain success and balance in our lives. So it's kind of like your success is here for you, but you have to do the work first to get there. Now, we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And protection, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. Exactly. So if it is a negative person that you've been dealing with for a long time with the 8 and the 6 of cups, and now is the time to let it go and release it, but you're not so sure, this is a card that does kind of give you that push to cut that cord and to reclaim your power. It's a very empowering spread. I know that maybe it could appear to some of you as, oh, well, there's just so much shadow work. When will I see the light? The light is here, but you have to do this work first so that you can get to that success. Because the success is not going to come in the easiest way if you are still being weighed and bogged down by these connections that you have. And trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? It does say that you already know what situation you need to release, what person, what bonds, what vice. It could just simply be a vice within you. Maybe the vice is not necessarily smoking or drinking or overeating or undereating, but it could just be not investing of your time into, say, some alarmist news that are really bringing about stress in your life, so that you can really maximize your opportunities at this time. So if you want to let go of a vice, if it is, I don't know, gambling or something like that, now would be a great time to do so, because your soul is ready, your energy is ready, and the energies at this time, especially with the lunar eclipse, I'm reminded by the lunar eclipse in this card that we're going to have on May 26th in Gemini. So eclipses, I feel like, are full moons in steroids. So we can definitely be feeling this energy already, even though it hasn't happened. Because I personally, as an astrologer, take 1 month before the eclipse, the month that it happens, and the month after. So I do give it more space, if you will, because it's eclipse. It's not just a regular lunation. Now with the astrology deck, this is the card that flew out of the deck. I'm not going to read these in the reverse, but we are seeing the 9th house, and we're seeing winter here. So there's something that is dark. This reminds me of this card, shadow work. Something that is dark that you are having to bring into light at this time. So maybe you can unearth something that you have been feeling for a long time that you didn't know if you could do, because you're like, okay, well, maybe it's just my intuition, it's an intuitive hit, but I'm not sure if I have the information. Trust it, because your intuition is going to lead the way, because your intuition really connects with the energy of the 9th house, which is our belief systems. In this case, is an intuitive belief. And I do see you being able to be more self-reliant at this time. Even if it feels a little bit more heavy at this time, I do suggest that you definitely carry this beautiful blue calcite, because it's going to help you deal with these emotions so much more easily. It's going to combat stress, anxiety, fatigue, and it's going to bring a really nice, beautiful, calming effect for all of you. All right, pile number 1, that is the end of my reading for you. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can do so by going to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if you'd like to book over there. And if you'd like to get an additional message for your zodiac sign, please follow me on IG, on Instagram, where I do 1 card pulls for every single zodiac sign every single month. So I hope I get to interact with you over on that space. And with all that said, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, abundance, and blessings. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is going to be your reading for the energies for this month and what's going to manifest for you. If you chose this pile, these are the messages specifically for you, and it's an intuitive test. This is why I love doing pick a card readings. So sunstone is a crystal that is really beneficial for looking to operate on a higher plane. The vitamin D deprived, all human beings and really all beings on earth, we need that nice ray of sunshine and of warmth in our lives in order to subsist, to survive. And where you can put sunstone, and what it is, it's that it emanates a feel-good vibe of warmth and radiance, just like the sun does. So the stone's orange and red sparkling light effect is a result of copper inclusions reflecting light from within. So where you can put it, anywhere you're looking for a boost of stamina, first thought, the gym, when to use it, when it's time to get busy, or when your disposition needs a little sunnying up. So you can use it as a little chunk of crystal. I happen to have a little sunstone near me, so I just pulled it up for you so you can have a look. This is a little tumbled sunstone, so it is polished, but you can see hopefully the beauty lights aren't really blowing this out, but you can see the little copper that sparkles and shines through this beautiful crystal. You can put it in your pocket, you can put it in your purse, your car, your workplace, or anywhere that you would like a little reminder to feel more positive, because it is a very feel-good crystal. And if you have to do something courageous, I specifically encourage you to carry this crystal. So this is a crystal for being valiant, being courageous, having the fortitude necessary to push through. So it is definitely the crystal for me that reminds me of the energy of Leo, the archetype, the astrology archetype of Leo. So I chose all of these cards intuitively, so we'll see how they speak to you this month of May. Let's see. The first card of the deck is the Three of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. We have the Judgment card. The Star. Okay, well, obviously, this is why this card wanted to come through, this crystal, the Sunstone. I love that. I love when cards really have all this synergy. And we have the Page of Wands, ending it with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, it is the month to shine. This is your time to shine. It's not a time to doubt who you are, to feed your insecurities. It's a time to celebrate, to see and be seen, to be out and about. If you can, please proceed with caution, of course, because of all of this situation that we're dealing with on a global scale. So be careful with that. But it is not a time to dim your shine. It's a time to go big or go home. It's essentially the energy that we're getting. This is a very beautiful spread. This is the pile that I chose for myself, so I'm happy to see this as well. The Three of Cups, in this case, because it is a very positive spread, talks about you feeling uplifted, finding your tribe, connecting with people very easily, feeling like there's people backing you up, even at times where you can't feel the love within yourself, with the Ace of Cups in their reverse position. And there could be some people in your life that, because you're going to be emanating a very special light with the Sunstone card here and the Star, which is essentially, let's imagine like our lives are movies, that you are the lead of the show, of the movie, of the film. So sometimes when that happens, you will have some minor characters that might be a little bit jealous or envious of that beautiful light that you possess. So there might be some people that are in your midst that are faking it, that are pretending that they're your friend, but they're more of an acquaintance. So I don't see it as a person that you love that's going to betray you. No, you're just going to recognize that there are some people that when you're doing very well, try to latch onto you like leeches, like parasites, and trying to steal your thunder or your shine, or that are going to be, talking because they have nothing better to do and their lives are so sad and miserable. And that's what some people with a lower level frequency do. However, because the Three of Cups is upright, we do see you being able to trust in long-term relationships, and judgment is going to fall in your favor. So no matter what it is that they say, even if they're bad-mouthing you, no one's going to believe them. So pay them no mind. And really, truly, haters sometimes are your biggest fans because they become obsessed with you. So just let them be and recognize that anything that they say are just projections that are coming from them and their own insecurities, and how, I guess, their lives are not panning out the way that they wish that they were. Now, with the star, I do see some of you shining so extra that you're going to get a nice either little bonus here with the Two of Pentacles, because this is an equal exchange at work specifically, because we're dealing with Pentacles. So good business contracts, maybe getting more clients, maybe it's better hours. Either way, there's something really good and reciprocal in nature. So what you put in this month, you're gonna get back. So be a worker bee and don't complain. Keep your head up high, because your bosses are gonna notice this. Now, if you are your own boss, I do see good fortune and goodwill coming to you when it comes to your employment, your work. Now, the Page of Wands also talks about speaking your truth into the universe and being bold and passionately going after your dreams. So this is not a card of holding back. It's not a card of being meek and being the, best friend of the lead protagonist in a book or film. It is now the time for you to reclaim your voice, your power, your energy, and to be center stage. Love this energy for us. We have organization. Then we have destiny, of course, with the star card here, and magical power. So this is a beautiful time for manifestations. You got to get your ducks in a row a little bit. So don't just leave things up to fate. So things can definitely manifest. But remember that message I was saying before about being a worker bee, and then people are going to take notice about how hard you've been working and maybe give you a raise, a bonus, or something really positive is going to come through. If you've been looking for a job, you get the job. It's just recognizing that work will pay off at this time, and you will be judged positively, or you be seen in a positive light by other people that much more easily, and it's going to lead you to your destiny. And it's a beautiful time for manifestations or ritual work if that is something that you are called to. So if you want to do any ritual work, I don't really suggest that you do it on the full moon eclipse that we're going to have on May 26th, which incidentally, it's my birthday. So we'll see how that manifests for me. But if you're going to be doing rituals, I suggest that you do it either a day before or a day after, or 3 days before or 3 days after, if you prefer to be on the safe side, because the energies are very, very high at that time. But I do see the manifestations that you put out there, if you're working with a vision board, visualizations, or you're doing candle work, or what have you, this is the time where things will materialize, and you will see the hand of destiny, of the universe, or God if you're a believer. I don't judge anybody by their own personal belief system. They're going to be giving you that extra push to be on path, and the path that you want to be. It's going to be even a bigger path than you ever imagined. So this is really beautiful to see. Now, additionally, we have no, wait, postpone, please say no. And then we have mirror, who or what is triggering you. So sometimes when we have these people, I feel like this is talking about this situation over here. When we are doing very well, like I said, there might be some people that are like talking badly about us. So just try not to feed into that energy, so that your beautiful abundance and the great potential that this month has in store for you doesn't diminish. Because if you act in kind, this energy could be slightly modified and mitigated. So try your best to say no when it comes to dealing with lower level energies, lower frequency, or people that are not on path, people that are not resonating at your same energetic frequency. Now, additionally, we have, Chiron, that talks about this. And of course, we have Uranus. So this is a beautiful thing that you don't even see coming, but your reward for your great work that you've done, for the manifestations that you've done, for being diligent, all of this is coming to pass, but it'll pass in more surprising and shocking ways that can surprise you but delight you. So it's not a shock of like, oh my God, this is terrible. It's more like, oh wow, this is wilder and better than my biggest and wildest dreams. Now, with the Chiron card here, Chiron is an asteroid that talks about where we have our deepest wounding. We call it in astrology the wounded healer. We do have a sense here that some of us might not really believe that we can achieve as much as we can. And that's a very human feeling to have sometimes, and I definitely relate to this. But try not to feed into the fear, into your own wounding. Try to heal this as much as you can and just fake it till you make it if you have to. You do have a good group of people that have been loyal and that have demonstrated their loyalty and their love for you for the long haul. So not acquaintances, but good friends. And friends can also be family, colleagues that you have that really are going to push you and uplift you. But when it comes to acquaintances or people that you don't know as well, I would hold off on sharing these great news because you could have a triggering moment and they could dampen your party. So for them not to dim your shine and for them not to diminish the beautiful returns that you're going to get at the end of the month, I want to say like halfway through the month is when things really go on a peak for us. So I love to see this. And if you'd like an additional message for your own zodiac sign, I invite you to follow me over on Instagram, where I do a 1 card pull for every zodiac sign every single month. I do that work over there first, and then I do this work here on YouTube. So if you'd like to get a message for your sign, you know where to find me, Triple Tarot. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can go to tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video. All right, pile number 2, let's shine really brightly. All right, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, blessings, and abundance. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading for what is in store for you this month of May 2021. So if you chose this pile, I selected all these cards intuitively. I love that about pick a cards because they are the best intuitive test for us. And so if you chose this is black tourmaline. I have a little raw chunk here that kind of looks a little similar. Mine is a little bit smaller, but just so that you can see what it looks like in person. That's my little chunk there. So black tourmaline is a great grounding stone, slightly magnetized, semi-precious gemstone with a reputation for protecting and establishing powerful energetic boundaries between you and everyone else. So who needs it? Everyone. And this is so true. It says that it is best to put it beside your doors to keep emotional vampires out, on your person, in your pocket, everywhere. When to use it anytime you take public transportation, find yourself in a crowd. Essentially, anytime that you're dealing with people that you just don't feel at ease with, that you don't feel that either they wish you well, you don't know their true intentions, you're going to an unknown place, and you just want to feel more grounded, more protected, more steady, this is a great protecting stone. It essentially absorbs any negativity around, protecting your space and your person. You can wear it like this is moonstone, my ring here, but you can find it in necklaces, earrings, all kinds of things, and you don't even have to spend a lot of money on this. This is just a tiny little chunk that cost me, I don't know, like maybe 50 cents or something like that. So you can get one that's maybe a little bit bigger, but a little one will suffice. You can put it in your pocket, by your car, by your bed, but definitely I have in my house a big chunk of black tourmaline by my door, by the entrance, and then I have one right off to the side where I do this work, so that any negativity that I get from social media is not coming to me, that's for sure. So let's see why we're called to this crystal, because I picked all these cards intuitively, so we'll see how they tell the story for you this month. We have the Magician. We have the Nine of Swords. So we have stress, and that's why essentially we need that. But we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is why this came to be. So the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Swords. It's a lot of swords. So there's a lot of overthinking, overanalyzing, and dealing with people or situations that feel heavy in nature, or that they can stress you out. They can talk about people that are a little bit difficult to deal with, or it could just simply denote predicting a disappointment before it happened. That is, for me, the meaning of the Three of Swords in the reverse, especially with the cards that I'm seeing here. And it's someone that wanted to get their way. They wanted to be a little sneaky, because this is my card when it's reverse of lies, deceit, deception. It's a card of lacking trust here, and it brought about stress or instability in some sort of way in your life, because your energy is coming across as very stable, very clear with the Ten of Pentacles. So this stress could affect your manifestations, your ability to create more wealth, abundance in your life, and it could shake your solid ground so that you don't feel that lack of grounding. That's why we have black tourmaline. I love tarot because of this, because I love it when the cards just talk so seamlessly to each other and connect with the crystals that we have chosen. So the Magician here does say that even if this situation is tricky, the Magician is the trickster energy, in the sense that you can manifest whatever outcome you want. If you want to cut these people out of your life, you can. If you don't want to truly deal with these people, you don't have to. Use your words, your charisma to get your way, but also recognize that those little niggles that you've had when it comes to dealing with these tricky people or tricksters, this could denote the trickster in your life that's gonna be shaking your solid ground here because of inconsistency. This is my card of inconsistency, the Knight of Pentacles, especially reversed. For every step that it takes forward, it takes two back. It's like indecisive, and it is a card of like you're just fed up. This is no more dealing with this mess, no more dealing with this person's craziness or empty promises. You're ready for things that are stable, and that is why you're being called to remove this person out of your life. We're gonna have a huge lunation. This card and this one really do remind me of lunation that we're gonna have in the sign of Gemini. It's a full moon eclipse on May 26th. So at this time, you're going to be called to reevaluate where it is that you have been investing of your time, your energy, your effort, your heart, because all of those things are valuable and you're ready for something for the long haul. So if this is in a work situation, if you feel like you're not being valued, you're not being listened to, like there may be being sneaky about your payment or your hours, there's something that's not really gelling, there's promises that they are not fulfilling. If this is a friend that tells you, yeah, we're going to meet up, we're going to have these plans, but the plans always fall through because they always leave you for something else. Or it could be in a love situation where this person is just inconsistent. So what they say is not in alignment with what it is that they do. So now is the time to let this go. If you needed that push, the cards are saying you're ready to release because you're ready for stability and to be with a person or a situation that really matches your vibrational energy. All right, then we have Trust and health, of course. So if you can't trust these people, this is going to affect your health in the long run. So we don't want that. Abundance that we were talking about, like how this can affect your abundance. The greatest, most valuable thing that we have is our health. So we don't want to lose that. So when we're really stressed out and we feel like we're not grounded enough, our health can suffer. So our health is not just our physical health, but it's also our emotional and energetic health at that. So do a little bit of cleaning, and the cleaning could be physical, literally clean your apartment, clean your house, clean your car, clean your workspace, clean it all, but also do an inventory of the people, the contacts that you have on your phone, eliminate the people that you don't want to hear from or on social media. You don't have time for people that are behaving in this way. And if you have been behaving in this way, be careful, because things can come to light, because this card of the Seven of Swords talks about secrets coming to light. So if it is you, be careful, because it's coming out. But if it's other people, you already knew you couldn't trust this person if you are honest with yourself. So we have the crumbling and the leap. Crumbling because, like I said, you're going to see people's true colors at this time. And the leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. So if you decide, I'm letting this go, I'm going in a brand spanking new way, the universe is going to bring you better and more stable opportunities, but you have to do the work. It's not going to just happen on its own. And the crumbling, it's because this situation should have been let go a long time ago, but you kind of were hoping that either things could change, or you maybe started in this job or dynamic, this bond, in a different plane, and things changed. Maybe they had that trickster energy where they flip things on you and they're showing you a totally different side, but you, inside of you, you knew that this was maybe too good to be true, or you could foresee the situation crumbling down. So don't cling to things that don't feel stable for you, because if you do, it's just going to get worse. So for you to be protected and grounded, yes, wear the crystal, but also have the courage to take the leap. Now, additionally, we have, we have springtime here and half moon. So this is the beginning of something. So for something to begin, something needs to end, and every exit is an entry into someplace else. And in your case, it's going to be much more stable, like I was seeing here, but it is going to take a little bit more time to get to its maximum apex. So this is the beginning of spring, which then leads to blossoming flowers. So this is, think of I don't know where you live. I live in Vancouver in Canada, but around early April would be the best time to put in seeds, to plant in seeds, so that around May, June, we see these seeds germinate and flower and bloom. So now is the time to put those seeds, those manifestations, the things that you want, but it denotes change. So in order for the ground to be fertile, you have to prepare the ground, get the seeds, get everything that you need so that you can bloom this new garden. But essentially, I do see a kind of starting over in one area of your life, but you got to trust and take the leap. The universe has your back, but you gotta trust and you gotta believe in yourself and in the divine providence that is not going to lead you astray. All right, pile number 3, that is the end of my reading for you. If you'd like an additional message for your zodiac sign, I invite you to follow me over on IG, where I do one card pull every single month for every zodiac sign. I do that work over there first, and then I do this work over here second. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can do so by visiting tripletarot.com. I always have the link in the description box below this video if you're interested in that. Rates, availability, and all that jazz is over on that space. And with all that said, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, health, and blessings, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care, pile number 3. Bye-bye.